So I think that we can all agree financial terminals are extremely inaccessible and very hard to use. I actually used to automate platforms in both accounting and finance for a top 10 firm. So I know this problem firsthand from both the consumer and enterprise point of view. Now, don't get me wrong, financial terminals were incredible for their own time, right? But some in the industry are already referring to this era we're in as post-terminalism, because investors today are drowning in data from a multitude of sources, and inferencing this data is their true pain point. We see it all the time where one firm pays $50,000 or more for 4 analysts to have access to a terminal. But truly, only one analyst in the firm knows how to use the terminal in a way that the firm will see ROI. When investment professionals spend over 40% of their week compiling data and doing research, why are we still powering them with interfaces stuck behind the 90s? Here lies the main problem. Investors are stuck between 2 inadequate research decisions. They can either stay dependent on a costly, clunky, and hard-to-use terminal, or they can manually stitch together dozens of different sources, from APIs, models, internal handlings, you name it, all in different siloed environments. Both of these are slow, very error-prone, and vastly unsuited for what is coming next in the investment workflow. Invesst solves both of these constraints by automating the most time-consuming and critical aspects of investment research, from valuation modeling to document analysis and even memo creation. The terminals that we depend on were honestly built in a technological generation that is retiring, and it's leaving the next generation of analysts extremely slow, tired, and increasingly looking for next generation or post-terminal solutions. This is where Invesst comes in. So if we hop into the platform a little bit, right when you log in, you would usually log in using an OAuth or an SSO. Already went through that to save time for today. So essentially, this is your command terminal for the entire platform. So let's try one of our recommended prompts first. Let's compare Google and Meta's earnings. Immediately, our agents activate, parsing earning calls, analyst notes, KPIs, and more. Delivers a clear contextual side-by-side comparison that's hours of manual analysis you just saw done in seconds. So usually, we would go ahead and link a portfolio. Today, I'm going to show you how you would do it. So we go to our settings, our integrations. Today, I already have an Alpaca Paper account for demo purposes connected. So in under 3 to 5 clicks, you can analyze and attach over 40 different sources, from brokerages to APIs to even crypto wallets. Now let's ask a simple question. Let's say, how is my portfolio performing compared to SPY? So we'll deploy multiple agents here. One analyzes historical portfolio returns, and one benchmarks against SPY. As you can see in one output, we've analyzed our entire portfolio and the S&P 500. So here, next what we'll do is we'll dig deeper into, let's say, ExxonMobil. So if we click any ticker on the platform, you'll get brought right to the stocks page. Here we can do a lot of comparison, digging deeper. So let's analyze and compare Chevron, Occidental, Hess. So from here, everything's indexed into filings, ownerships, models, sentiment, price targets. So if we roll down here, we can go to the annuals. Let's check out the balance sheet a little bit. So I see this is kind of weird. There's a huge jump, right? Cash and equivalents in fiscal year 2022. So we can either click this button or Command K on Mac, and we could just simply ask. I'm going to up the model to give it a little bit of enhanced quantitative search to our pro model, and let's just ask why ExxonMobil cash equivalents is spiked in fiscal year 2022. So our agent structure will go out, we'll fetch the data, and we'll actually full analyze using our side window, saying ExxonMobil's cash equivalents saw an increase in fiscal year 2022, rising to approximately about 30 billion from 6 billion. So it'll attribute to several factors right on the spot. So this kind of insight would usually take an analyst 2 to 3 hours of time, but we did it in just seconds. So with one click, we're running a multi-company comparative cash flow model instantly. This kind of insight would definitely take multiple hours. So let's say I want to formalize this all into, I don't know, one investment thesis. So I can go here, I can click Create Report. I can go to my details. I can even upload a logo, which I'll just upload an Invesst logo for sake of time. Fully branded, you have an entire investment memo just like that. We can download a PDF, and it's already in the ready environment. So if we step back from the platform a little bit, we never really set out to build a better terminal. We set out to build what comes after the terminal, the next infrastructure. You see, we unify over 40 brokerages, all your APIs, and your third-party data sources into one compliant SOC 2 and ISO GDPR compliant platform. We can automate up to 70% of your analyst workflow tasks, taking it from hours down to minutes. So if you're at all interested in what's coming after the terminal, or if you currently use a terminal on a daily or weekly basis and you find yourself struggling with data consumption, come visit us at the booth. We'd love to show you what's coming next with Invesst.